The Alfa Romeo GTV and Spider made quite a splash upon their presentation in late 1994, and their stunning Pininfarina lines seem to have hardly aged at all, almost 3 decades on. Over 80,000 units were sold, and good survivors have been on Alfa Romeo collectors' radars for quite some time now, but I guess you didn't know these 5 things about them. The GTV and Spider were, like much of the Fiat Group's output in the 1990s, based on the Fiat Tipo's platform. However, fitting the Alfa's bespoke multilink rear end in place of the Tipo's simple trailing arm setup required the interposition of a sturdy yet light subframe. Despite its complex shape, the subframe was die-cast in one aluminum piece thanks to a technique called thixo-molding. The fine-grain aluminum would be injected into the mold while in a semi-solid state at a temperature of 550 degrees Celsius. In March 2003, the GTV and Spider's front end was restyled to align with newer Alfa models. Regardless of your personal opinion about the newer design, I bet you didn't notice that the new bonnet had its 4 headlight cutouts made very slightly larger. The Spider Monoposto show car from 1998 was the last complete project overseen by Walter De Silva as the head of the Centro Stile Alfa Romeo, before joining the VW Group later that year. As the name suggested, it was a study for a single-seat, track-focused derivative of the Spider, devoid of any weather protection and equipped with a more powerful 24-valve V6 engine. Although a limited run of 30 units was allegedly considered, the car remained unique and resides in the Alfa Romeo Museum's collection to this day. The GTV and Spider share the same platform and wheelbase, but Pininfarina was asked to produce a Spider model with a 50mm shorter wheelbase during development. However, the aesthetic improvement wasn't significant enough to justify the added expenditure, so the idea was dropped. The GTV and Spider were the last Alfa Romeos ever manufactured at the Marque's historic Arese factory near Milan. In 2000, the assembly line was transferred wholesale to Pininfarina's facility in San Giorgio Canavese, where production continued until 2004, albeit in much smaller numbers than before. The cars built in Arese are easily distinguishable by their smaller Pininfarina badges on the rear quarters, while the Pininfarina badging became more evident on the later cars, with a bigger Pininfarina script and the logo placed on top. The stunning footage I've used in this video came courtesy of our friends from Greece. If you don't follow the Sfera channel, check it out, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. See you next week.